Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start. Their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Shreds him with a stiff arm. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now first and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 93 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him a question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for... And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 59 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Here's Ryan. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On 3rd down, Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Got some room at the 30. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. On first down, Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Now it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 29 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. That complete to Lamar Miller. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup and even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson with a give to Miller, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 14-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go. Do it. Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now,
touchdown, Falcons! Matt now 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Ryan to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Jones has it. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Hey, exit.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Now Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the draw, here's Johnson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Bravo!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Ryan. Being chased out left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On first down, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
Yeah, Charles, I would have. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now it's Watson, buying time to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. That's good for 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fight.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Atlanta. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right, eluding the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He was looking that time for Stills. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Freeman again. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't gotta. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what point to guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up. A 3rd down and 2.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Go ahead. Hey! Stop. Lead it, 28.
50 seconds to mine.
Hey, Wahoo! Gun.
Mike's 57 is mine.
Wide.
57 to Mike.
Hey, zoom.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Treadwell. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Hey, we're good. Fire.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Now Cook running right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Jackson flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Jackson will throw again, being chased out left. falls here as he's taken down. Ben Gideon, what persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 27 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Wormley in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Cook. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Listen to me. Hey, Wood. Move.
Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Lucky. First. Check. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins on target to Diggs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Line 36.
To throw, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. Cousins on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
An era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. The ball goes anymore.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Cousins. This is caught.
Because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bullet time.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, Orbit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Flush to his. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard.
It's our field. 300. Hey, it's our house. Mike's 57. 57's mine.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that'll be caught. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson dancing to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. On third down, Jackson flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. Jackson now. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. On second down, it's Hill. He's got a first down and more past the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now it's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson being chased out left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 1-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, no, easy.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They run it again with Cook. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen, and that's caught inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw is Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominant. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night. One last shot for Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but
from the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to have really good starting. Field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On 1st down, Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. On 3rd down, Carson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check nickel.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Rolling to it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. To try again after the sack. Wilson eluding the... And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. A good pickup there, a 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
14.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Josh Gordon, 68 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54, Mike, 54. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I got him. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, let's get this ball back.
Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Al Woods gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. but all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll let this go. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Mike, 53.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything. Expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
On first down, it's Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 27. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Completes it to Hardman. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 71 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Darren Lee in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On second down now, it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Again, it's McCoy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Dancing to his left. He's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Back.
Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously,
that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard. Pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They should take it to 10.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Now Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Forced out to his left. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yellow. Mike, 57.
Now it's Mahomes again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Marquise Blair, second-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And another negative play there as they stop him again. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now we got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. He hits his running back, Procise. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing again here, Wilson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass two, both in the arsenal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
49 to Mike, 149. All day.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 95 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. After the sack on first down, Mahomes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back.
He's got it at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Flush to his right. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson able to get this to Gordon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make our score 9-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Damian Williams in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and that will get them 1 closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 5. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And it'll be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. On 1st down, Mahomes.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Now here's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Green 80. Left pass. Mike 50. Check. Swing.
Again, Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's good for 28 yards. Wilson now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. He's back to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 50, right?
Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Check 13. Check 13. Jim.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were really helped by the...
Get set in finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Bad man when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole